In the shadowy depths of the occult world, a sinister figure lurks, Azzael. Rarely explored in the Hellboy mythos is the mysterious protagonist of the infamous Hellboy. With motives as dark as the abyss itself, Azzael's origins and his sinister intentions reveal a diabolical tale of supernatural intrigue and treachery that transcends the boundaries of human comprehension. Azzael's dark origins, a selfish demon's tale. In the world of the supernatural, the name Azzael was whispered in admiration and fear, for he was a demon of immense power, a duke of hell in the enigmatic House of the Fly. Though often cloaked in anonymity, Azzael's legacy intertwined with human history, drawing mortals into a macabre dance of worship, temptation, and suffering. In the distant past, Azzael was not only a demon, but a god in the ancient city of Babylon, where he was worshipped with intense devotion. His dark influence transcended the eras, as he found a new following among witches in the remote villages of Lancastershire, Abbotsbury, East Bromwich, and Faversham. These witches, practitioners of the occult, were drawn to Azzael's dreadful power and willingly offered their allegiance in return for supernatural gifts. One such tale in Azzael's sordid history is the haunting connection he shared with a mortal woman named Sarah Hughes. In the year 1574, Azzael and Sarah formed a sinister pact. With the demon bestowing upon her the dark gifts of the occult, Sarah's life was irrevocably changed as her powers grew, and she descended into the abyss of the occult, becoming a witch with terrifying abilities. Time moved forward, and by 1617, Sarah Hughes lay on her deathbed, reflecting on the sins of her youth. A desire for redemption seized her as she yearned to escape the clutches of Azzael. Before her demise, she devised a plan that held a sliver of hope for her eternal soul. Sarah's lifeless body would be confined to a coffin, and her earthly remains placed within the sanctified walls of a church in East Bromwich. To break Azzael's claim over her, she depended on her human children, a devoted priest and a virtuous nun, to guard her for 3 agonizing nights. On the first of those dreadfully fateful nights, Azzael, the demon father, descended upon the church with an infernal fury. His arrival was foreshadowed by a flaming wave of malevolence that turned the night into day. He incinerated Sarah Hughes' children without mercy, their anguished screams echoing through the hallowed halls. With her protectors obliterated, Azzael approached Sarah's lifeless form. A twisted smile played upon his face as he told her that she was now carrying his child, a malevolent spawn of their unholy union. He referred to this unholy offspring as his favorite son, an indication of the horrifying destiny that awaited the child. Azzael threaded Sarah Hughes' lifeless body onto one of the hooks that hung from his monstrous horse. With the thunderous crack of the whip, he rode off into the abyss of hell, carrying with him the tormented soul of the once mortal woman. As the echoes of their unholy departure faded, the church of East Bromwich fell into silence. The sinister deed, Azzael cuts newborn Hellboy's hand. Sarah Hughes lost her life while giving birth to a child whose destiny would be far from ordinary. It was a day shrouded in darkness, both in hell and in the world of humans, for it marked the birth of a creature who would be known as Hellboy. Hellboy's arrival into this world was far from conventional, as shortly after his birth, Azzael intervened in a horrifying manner. He cut off the newborn's right hand, a gruesome act in itself, and replaced it with something infinitely more ominous, the right hand of doom. News of this heinous act soon spread through the shadowy halls of hell, reaching the ears of the nobility. Outraged by Azzael's arduous act, angels of destruction, the most formidable of hell's enforcers, were dispatched to Azzael's dark palace. However, the angels arrived too late. Azzael, aware of the impending punishment, had already taken dark and desperate measures. In secret, he had sent his newborn son Hellboy away from the clutches of hell. As the angels of destruction stormed his palace, they found only emptiness and silence. Azzael's son had eluded their grasp, but the revenge of hell would be swift and unrelenting. Azzael's despicable actions did not go unpunished. When hell's nobility learned that their former comrade had crossed a line that even they found unforgivable, they stripped him of his title and sentenced him to be encased in an eternal prison of ice. Azzael's fate, the the demon's last stand. On May 14th, 1994, Hellboy found himself returning to the quaint town of East Bromwich. Little did he know that this visit would unravel a dark and mystifying chapter of his existence. As he arrived in East Bromwich, the memories of a distant past engulfed him. Inexplicably, Hellboy was transported back in time to the year 1617. In the midst of this eerie vision, Hellboy's gaze locked onto Azzael. Azzael was glaring directly at Hellboy, and the reason for this malevolent interest became painfully clear when he reached out and claimed Sarah Hughes, a name that sent shivers down Hellboy's spine. It was through this mystifying vision that Hellboy's true heritage began to unveil itself. Azzael, the sinister demon who had just abducted Sarah Hughes, was none other than Hellboy's own father. This revelation shook Hellboy to his core, leaving him to grapple with the unsettling truth of his demonic lineage. As if the revelation of his father's identity wasn't enough, Hellboy's journey took an even more cryptic turn. He found himself in the depths of hell. Here, Hellboy was presented with an extraordinary opportunity, the chance to claim his father's possessions, which consisted of 3 powerful items: a sword of immense power, a throne that symbolized dominion over the infernal realm, and a mysterious ring with a fly trapped inside it. However, Hellboy was not easily tempted and declined to take ownership of these sinister heirlooms, a decision that hinted at his internal struggle to defy his demonic heritage. In hell, Hellboy faced yet another trial. He was pitted against his half-brothers Gammon and Lusk, both powerful entities in their own right. The tension between them escalated when Gammon, perhaps driven by his own demons, made a grievous mistake. He insulted their father, Azzael, by calling him a fool, an act of defiance that proved fatal. Astaroth, Hellboy's uncle, who was a fearsome and merciless demon, took swift action. In a gruesome display of authority, Gammon was beheaded, a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of their infernal family. Other media appearance. Azzael made a notable appearance in the 2008 film Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. While the character of Azzael himself didn't appear directly in the film, his presence was alluded to through his child Nuala. In the movie, Nuala refers to Hellboy as Son of the Fallen One. This revelation confirms Hellboy's royal heritage and his legitimate claim to challenge for command of the Golden Army, a powerful and ancient supernatural force. This command is granted by the crown of Bethmora, a mystical artifact that holds the power to control the Golden Army. Marvelous verdict. As we delve into Azzael's origins, the enigma surrounding Hellboy's father becomes all the more unsettling. A demonic being, driven by insatiable desires, Azzael's story is a testament to the intricate, dark tapestry that weaves through the Hellboy universe. The sinister motives that guided him in creating Hellboy only hinted at the lurking horrors within his demonic lineage, adding layers of complexity to the already fascinating Hellboy saga.